So now we are going to see chapter 5, machine utilization factor. So what is machine utilization factor? In a brief example, I'll tell the summary. Say you run a business and you invest 1,000 rupees per day. So what will be your output? Like what is your expectation of the sales per day? So at least 2,000 rupees. So double the investment. So that means the ratio will be 2. This is your investment and this is your sales per day. So you're able to divide 2 times the numerator. Therefore, you get the ratio or the factor as 2. That means you've done 2 times the investment. So 1,000 rupees is balance for the investment and 1,000 rupees is your profit. So in the same way, in the production system, we shall calculate machine utilization factor. The formula for machine utilization factor is processing cost into quantity per hour divided by machine hour rate plus man hour rate. Say for example, machine hour rate is around 50 rupees, man hour rate is around 50 rupees, 500 rupees, sorry. Processing cost is 20 rupees per part, quantity per hour is 20. So when you put in the formula for the above data, you will get 0.72. That means you're investing 550 rupees for the machine and you're getting only 400 rupees. So it is a loss. That's why your ratio is around 0.72. So ideal case, what the standard says is it should be more than 2. That means for the investment, your machine should give at least 2 times the throughput. More than 2 indicates the throughput that we are producing is 2 times more than the given machine hour rate, or man hour rate, or we can say investment. So this is one of the example for you to calculate machine utilization factor. Calculate machine utilization factor for this parameter and see whether the machine is producing right throughput or not. So next is basic elements of lean. So these are the basic elements of lean as per Taichi Hono. The first one is Muri. This is a Japanese word that means overburden. The second one is Mura, unevenness. The third one is Muda, the eight was the eight waste we can see in the coming chapters. So what is Muri? It is a overburden. That means people are putting more strength and effort to perform the task. So when there is a more effort in performing the task, the output will be low. The second one is more unevenness. So we need to distribute the work uniformly, evenly, uh, so that the output comes consistent. Second is Muda, the weight waste. The waste which is been there in the shop floor that will give less output or it will not add any value. So what are those 8 waste? We'll see. Next chapter. Value addition and non-value addition. So what is value addition activity? The activity that changes a form or property of the part is a value addition activity. Example, milling a hole changes the form of the part. What is non-value addition activity? The activity does not change the form or property of the part is a non-value addition activity. Example, moving a milled parts batch to the next station. The non-value addition cannot be eliminated but can be minimized. Customer is paying for the value addition activity only. So the meaning of value addition is we are adding some changes on the product. So the product is changing its form. That is a value addition and customer is paying for that. When you come to non-value addition activity, we are just storing the parts and moving the parts. We are not adding any value on the product. Therefore, it is a non-value addition activity. So next chapter is chapter 8, 8 waste in the shop floor. So let us see what are the 8 waste. The first one is inventory. Storing more items in a place leads to depreciation. This is one of the waste. And next is waiting. Waiting for tools, waiting for machines, waiting for manpower to do the process. So waiting is also one of the waste. Next is defects. So you produce a product and it will end up with the defect and we need to scrap it. Therefore, that is not usable. So the effort that has been put to create that product will be waste. Next is overproduction. So you are producing more than what is required for the company or the customer. Then, then for the extra production, we need to store and we need to keep a separate place so that it will start depreciating. So overproduction is also one of the waste. So next is motion, moving the items from one place to another in a batch. So that doesn't add any value. Then transportation, same way moving bulk of products to the next area or to the next required customer place. So next is over processing. Over processing is nothing but so say example customer is asking only rough finish. In order to impress customer, you're doing mirror finish. So that is an over processing that you're doing, which will add value to our company only. Customer will not pay for the extra activities that we do. So you need to do only what is required for the customer. So waste of inventory. These excessive inventories often don't meet customers' needs and don't add value. This only increases storage and depreciation cost. That is about waste of inventory. Waste of waiting. Items waiting for process, person waiting for raw material for process, person waiting for tools to process. For example, goods waiting to be delivered, equipment waiting to be fixed, or a document waiting for approval from an executive. So these are all wastes that lead to delay the next activity. Next, waste of defects. Defects can cause rework, they can lead to scrap. Waste of overproduction. Producing more means that you exceed customers' demand, which leads to additional cost. Waste of motion. This kind of waste includes movement of employees and tools which are complicated and unnecessary. Waste of transportation. This type of waste is when you move materials to the other place. Waste of over processing. This type of waste usually reflects on doing work that doesn't bring additional value. Such thing can be adding extra features to a given product that nobody is going to use. So this is an over processing is also one of the extra waste. Then the eighth waste is waste of ideas from the employees. So employees will have more ideas, the people who are working in the shop floor. So the company shall have a system in order to identify the ideas that each employees have got during their working in the shop floor and utilize it to implement it. So that what happens, new things is getting implemented and things will improve. The eighth waste in the lean concept is that missing the number of ideas from all the employees. It is very important that those who are really working in the shop floor has more ideas to make the process better and better. Therefore, ideas from all the employees shall be gathered to improve the process to the next level. This is waste of ideas, which is going, it is wasted from the employees. So next is productivity improvement. So what is productivity? Achieving maximum output with the available resource. Example, number of parts per hour increase in a machine. Within the less cycle time, achieving more output. This is the productivity, achieving more output with a less time. Say for example, there is a grinding. So what they done is they use a single part with a vice. After what they done, the improvement is they taken a multi part. They did a multi part. So what happened when they did multi part? Number of parts came out from the hour has increased, and cycle time for one particular for one part has been reduced. How? Because in a single shot it will grind and go. So that is the concept here. So cycle time is 15 seconds here and cycle time is 5 seconds here. Now output the previous process is 850. Output for the new process is 2500. So even the productivity has increased and with the less time they can able to process it. Cycle time and takt time analysis. So what is cycle time? Let us see. Cycle time, lead time, takt time, calculation of takt time, methods to improve cycle time. So what is cycle time? A process from picking up the part to dropping it down after completely processing the part operation. So that means cycle time is the time for the one operation. Say example, you're doing turning process, you pick up the load and you did turning and you dropped in the bin. So from here to here, pick to the next part, new part is called cycle time. Lead time. The time between the initial and the completion of a production process is called lead time. So So customer has given an order to you. From that time, when you are going to deliver the entire bulk item to the customer, that entire time is called lead time. Tag time, the cycle time at which the process that we are producing for the final operation, which leads to the final product. Tag time is a customer time. So let us see the calculation of tag time. Tag time, it is a time towards custom demand of producing a FG part. Tag time is equal to total time available in seconds divided by customer demand in quantity. Let us see an example. Example of calculating the tag time. Customer wants 25,000 pieces within 5 working days. Therefore, calculate the tag time. Present available cycle time for completing FG part is equal to 20 seconds. This is our internal cycle time where every 20 second one OK part is coming out of the line. So total production pieces required from the customer demand is 25,000 and is asking within 5 days. So tag time is equal to total time available divided by customer demand in quantity in pieces. So let us calculate. 5 days is a given time. The 5 days I'm converting into seconds. So 5 days into 3 shift into 7 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds divided by 25,000. So my tag time is around 15.12 seconds. This is a customer time. So what is the meaning of 15.12 second? Every 15.12 second, one OK part should come out. Therefore, you can meet 25,000 quantity within 5 working days. But my internal cycle time is 20 seconds. Therefore, I am not be able to meet the demand. Therefore, I need to do improvement to reduce the time from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. Therefore, I am able to meet the demand. Present cycle time is in the process is 20 seconds to create the final product. Hence, to meet the customer demand, we shall reduce or reduce to around 5 seconds. So this is an example for you to calculate tag time. So customer demand is 30,000 pieces and you have 8 working days. Company works 21 hours per day. So calculate the tag time.